This is News Talk 820 WBAP.
648, the author of The Upside of Oil and Gas Investing, Jay Young, is joining us. Will plunging gas prices cause oil companies to cut back? Jay, I think that's the key question. Are they going to cut back production, thereby raising the prices again?
I say it sounds like the Zeke Pollard, situation here. I mean, do you have too much money? Do you have enough money?
Yeah.
What's going on here? But yeah, when prices come down, there's a certain type of oil and gas prospect that doesn't make economic sense. Maybe outside the Permian, and let's say it costs more to frack the well, and there's not as much oil there, so it costs more to frack it, and there's not enough oil coming out. But at higher prices, it makes sense. But if prices go down to $30-$40, then it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And it's hard enough right now to get money. Institutions are cutting back. They're not coming back in the oil business. I mean, they're starting to at $70, $80 a barrel, and they're getting their toe wet. And all of a sudden, when prices, you see a couple of banks go under, and all of a sudden prices are in the 60s. They're like, okay, we thought about it. We're not going to go back in to the water because it's too cold or whatever. And so when you see this, that's exactly right. Companies cut back because of internal rates of return. Financial institutions, we're not getting any help from our government, as we've talked about before on your show.
Oh my gosh, the government's out there killing the business. I mean, why would anybody invest in oil and gas when you got the president out there saying our goal is to put fossil fuels out of business?
Absolutely, 100%. And that's one of the things we can definitely talk about. But he did open up Alaska last week. I mean, he sucked all the oil out of the strategic reserve. He's going to need oil from somewhere pretty soon. So he opened up this Willow project in Alaska. Thank goodness. I mean, that gives us some kind of relief. But we need a lot more oil, and it's in my opinion, it's just not going to look good going into the summer, going into this end of this year when we're cutting back and the drilling rig count is down substantially from before the pandemic. Still down 30%.
Jay, what do you tell people when the price of gas goes up? We see oil companies making a lot of money. We see, and I hate these two words put together, record profits, like it's some kind of epithet. But we hear people talk about that and they think, well, I don't feel sorry for them because they're making a lot of money right now and they're charging me a fortune to get a gallon of gas.
Yeah, no, I agree. The big thing I say is, it's not like that there's some oil and gas guys. There's 5 or 10 or 15 of us that sit back with cigars and cognacs and our cowboy boots and fix the price or go, hey, let's charge 20 more cents tomorrow. Or it's all based on supply and demand. If we don't have the supply necessary in the United States, I mean, we can get oil from all these other countries, but they're going to charge us more money. But if we don't have the necessary oil in the United States to meet our demand, and if our demand continues to rise, and it's going to be up to 2.7, 2.8% this year, demand, which means we need more oil in the United States to drill for oil in the United States. If we don't have it, prices are going to go up. So it's not about us and oil profits, and we lost tons of money before the pandemic, but then and oil and gas companies are making as much as Apple and Alphabet and Facebook and these other companies, but they don't talk about that. They just talk about oil and gas companies because it affects their pocketbook. We don't fix prices. It's all about supply and demand, just like any other commodity.
I've got a question for you real quick, just shifting gears real quick to natural gas, which seems like is really cheap right now. And for years they talked about, we're going to, we'll make 18-wheelers run on natural gas, or we'll do this, or we'll do this. It seems like it's pretty cheap right now. It seems like it's pretty abundant. Why aren't we using more of it?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a conversion, just like battery cars or EVs and things. And they want to, and they've always wanted to, and I saw it. What was it, a UPS truck yesterday or FedEx, that says powered by natural gas? That's great. Good burning project there. And we oversupplied with the Barnett Shale, 10 years, 15 years ago with natural gas. And it's a clean burning fuel. It's really good. And I don't know why natural gas prices have come down substantially. They're down like 70% in the last couple of months. I mean, we bought some great projects, gas. I think it's going to come back, especially when we start exporting more natural gas. I mean, what is it?
Jay, let me jump in because we only have about 60 seconds left. And this is something that I've noticed every time we do start pumping gas, if we really get things rolling here in the United States, the Saudis open up the spigot to put everybody out of business here in the U.S. because they know it's not profitable past a certain point. How do you counter what the Saudis are going to do? Because we have as much as they do. It's just we can't do anything with it.
Well, we don't drill for it.
No, we don't. That's right. Yeah.
Biden goes over there and they kick him back going, now you got oil over there in the United States. Why don't you drill it over there? Yeah, I agree. And, when Saudi Arabia puts a lot of oil in the market, it brings the price down. And that's not what they want. But they need $60, $70 a barrel, if not more in some countries to make sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise
it's not profitable.
Yeah, it's not profitable for them. So
right.
That's why I've always, $60, $70 is a great bottom. It's going to go up and down. I'm a fourth generation. I've been in this business all my life, and it's going to go up and down based on, economic conditions or how much we're drilling. So it is cyclical.
Okay.
It's going to come back.
All right. The Upside of Oil and Gas Investing is the name of the book. This is Jay Young. Jay, we'll talk to you again. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you.